Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go. Peace. Welcome to another episode of Disabled is Able. I'm Dad. This is Eli.
Yes, sir.
Our brother Fredy is on vacation.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be able to get him in on some Zoom stuff soon. So he can still be a part of this exciting time.
Yeah, we missed you guys last week. We had to take a little bit of a break.
Absolutely, but
we're back now. So.
Back in the mix. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
In the sports world.
Definitely.
Fredy, I hope your finals test, you did what you do, and you busted out. So now you can breathe. And with that being said, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I've been watching a lot of basketball games because we're getting closer to the playoffs.
Oh, it's getting ready to heat up.
Yeah.
And we have some interesting pre-matchups that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
The potential for other matchups, and then we have potential for some upsets. This is going to be...
The West, outside of the East, the West is wide open. I have no idea who's going to come out of the West.
Yeah, this thing is...
I have my team on who I expect to come out, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the most exciting years.
The East is it's really the four top-heavy teams.
And it's really just three top-heavy teams now. Well, I'm going to put the Knicks in there.
Yeah, you got to just give them a
I'm going to put the Knicks in there. They've earned that from me this year.
Yeah. So, and then, we'll see what happens.
But in the meantime, in the between time, the NFL draft took place while we were off.
Right, that Thursday.
Thursday, so we want to get right to that. Let's just get to the top 10 for the most part.
Okay, so Trevor Lawrence went 1.
We knew that. We knew Jacksonville was going to take Trevor Lawrence.
With their new head coach, Urban Meyer.
We're going to talk a little bit more about Urban Meyer because he made a controversial move today.
With Tim Tebow?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
a great quarterback choice.
Yes. We felt he could have came out last year.
Yeah. Wait, but I don't think was that his third year?
No, this is his third year.
Right.
Memory serves me correct. But we felt he was ready.
He was ready.
As a quarterback to come out. I think Jacksonville's going to be good. I don't expect nothing more than 7 and it was 11 games. It's 17 games now. I would say 7 and 10.
Right. 7
and 10 for them the first year, and then perhaps after that they build onto something. And I'm interested to see how Urban Meyer does on a professional level.
I'll say 9 and 8.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't normally say 8 and 8, but like you said, the extra game.
Yeah.
So I'll give them an extra more win. So you want to speak about the Urban Meyer controversy?
Yeah, let's get it out of the way. Tim Tebow, who hasn't played professional football,
and that's his boy,
in 8 years. Not only that, he's coming back at a position he's never played before.
Right.
So this is sort of like white privilege.
Yeah.
I don't know how any other way to address it. And it's a homeboy hookup.
Right.
But what does that mean for young guys who've been working their tails off?
Yeah.
Who get to the locker room?
Who played that position?
And now they'll be
skill-wise way better than Tim Tebow.
Right. And then they'll get their walking papers, and Tim Tebow gets an opportunity. I don't think it's right.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't agree with that. But do you think Urban Meyer can pull up this head coaching job as a professional, not playing in college? I mean, not coaching in college.
Well, the one difference in college, you get to pick your players.
Right.
So now the GM will do the picking, unless he has dual roles. I'm not sure he may.
Right.
But it's different because free agency, you lose good players. I always thought he was a good coach. I always thought he was a really good coach.
Yeah.
But this is the ultimate test.
Absolutely.
So who went number 2?
Number 2 was Zach Wilson.
To the Jets. I think, is a good pick because they said Trevor Lawrence was 1 and he was like 1A.
And 1A, right. Just better get this right because this is this is maybe like the 4th or 5th quarterback I've seen in my lifetime that
they have a
had
revolving door.
top 5 pick, and they'll pick a quarterback and it doesn't pan out. Either that's because they're not addressing the offensive line to protect their quarterbacks that they normally draft, Because the only quarterback that I saw succeed for a short period of time that I was like, okay, he could manage was Mark Sanchez. And that was really only because Rex Ryan's defense was unstoppable.
And put him in positions. And they went to the AFC Championship game twice. And I really thought they were going to get over the hump. And that was as close. But we never saw him as a dynamic quarterback.
Right.
So the Jets always seem to strike out when it comes to the quarterback.
Sam Darnold, I don't know what happened with that.
They may have given up on him a little too early. But I'm not sure you want to pass on somebody like Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So
but I mean, is Zach Wilson that much greater than
according to the scouts?
Yeah.
And let's not forget Sam Darnold. He wound up in a really good spot with the Carolina Panthers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And he was just what they needed. They needed somebody.
And you have a back that you can hand the ball to.
Right.
So now the play action.
Right.
Yeah.
They needed a young quarterback who's only had, this will be his third year in the league, who's seen enough of the pro defenses to make a change.
Right.
So,
future-wise, you can have that for 8 to 10 years.
Yes.
On both teams. So, yeah.
Now, the third pick in this draft is the one that was not controversial, but kind
just
of
surprising.
Set the tone for the rest of the draft.
Yeah, because nobody knew why the 49ers drafted up, because they had Jimmy Garoppolo as their starting quarterback.
Yeah, when they traded up.
They traded up. So, it was very interesting. But with the top 3 pick and these college quarterbacks, you're going to most likely go with a quarterback.
Right.
And I thought they were going to go with Justin Fields. Because
I was also hearing Mack Jones.
Right. Mack Jones.
Mack Jones, right. His name is Mack Jones?
Yeah.
Yes, Mack Jones.
Yeah. I'll double check for you.
Yeah, it's Mack Jones.
Yeah, it's Mack Jones. So I thought it was either going to be Justin Fields or Mack Jones, but I mainly thought it was going to be Justin Fields because I heard that they was impressed.
Yeah.
They had private workouts for him, and they kept it under wraps. It was just the media outside of
tell us who they took?
They took Trey Lance, which I've never heard of.
They took Trey Lance, and that was very surprising.
Very surprising. I've never heard of this quarterback before.
But they
didn't see any tape of him.
Yeah, but here he goes. And I believe it has a lot to do because your quarterback is the extension of your coach.
Right.
So I believe he can run the West Coast offense the
right.
way
Wildcats.
Yeah.
And he's very quick on his feet. Can run. He'll be like the NFC East version of Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Well, if they can get that out of him,
a little bit of a better arm, and a better
defense, So
and that makes the division a lot tighter now. Because you have Kyle Murray, who you're facing against Arizona. Still got Russell Wilson in that division.
Yeah, it's a tough division.
And now you got Matthew Stafford.
Right, he came over from the Detroit Lions.
Right.
So it's a tough division.
It's going to be very tough. I don't think. Sorry, give me a second. So again, I don't think Trey's going to start. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to start.
Watch this. Most coaches will tell you that quarterback position has to be earned, unless you're a veteran. Yeah, if he comes in and he starts throwing lasers, right, the way Mahomes throws lasers,
or like Justin Herbert.
Yes, if he start really just rocketing that football and he picks up the offense quick, because they really don't want Garoppolo. I don't care what nobody say. If they did, they wouldn't have drafted a quarterback. They would have spent that on the defense.
So you think that after the second, because I mean, his first year or his second year, they got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Garoppolo's overrated, in my humble opinion. He didn't do enough for me to go, oh, this is a franchise-changing quarterback.
Right.
Now, under the right system, I think Belichick
could
have got more out of him.
Yeah, and Bill can make D players look like B+ players.
Absolutely.
In his system.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I can agree with that.
So, so I think this kid is exciting. He's young.
And with the weaker division, because the AFC East is one of the weakest divisions.
Yes.
So, yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. This kid is exciting. I like his arm. I like his mobility, scrambling in the pocket. Like I said, he's going to be, to me, an NFC East version of Lamar Jackson. So, Atlanta took Kyle Pitts from...
that's that big tight end. This tight end with wide receiver speed, 6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
can really move.
I think because they made that move, they can now trade Julio Jones if they want, because they already have their core wide receiver is already strong. They have Riley, who they drafted from Alabama.
Then you don't trade. You give
Oh,
Matty Ice an opportunity, Matt Ryan, to see what he has, because I thought he was going to Miami. This kid Pitts. I thought Miami was poised to get him. I think they have the number 5 pick,
right?
A number 5 pick. But this is a huge pick. He was the number 1 offensive player after quarterbacks that was going to go off the board. And he's big, he's strong, he's fast, and he's going to improve Atlanta immediately.
Yeah, with their wide receiver core, it's just unstoppable.
Because now you got Julio, you got him in the slot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then you have Riley on the other end,
yes.
who they drafted 3 years ago. They took
number 5.
Number 5, the Bengals took Chase, Joe Burrow's homie from LSU.
Chase Young?
No, not Chase Young. I can't pronounce it.
Lawrence Chase. Jawan Chase. Jawan Chase. Yeah. That's a good pick for them because he reconnects with his LSU boy.
Right. Joe Barrow.
Yeah, Joe Barrow, who's coming off an injury.
Right.
And hopefully.
And now you can trust him. And I don't know what happened with AJ Green.
Oh, AJ Green is on the back end of on the back 9.
So now you move Chase to the number 1 string,
and AJ Green can still get open.
2nd string.
Right. But the Bengals just, I don't know, man. They just have bad luck, man.
Yeah.
I think
the defense is solid.
They don't have enough money to spend. It's a family-owned business.
Right.
Not enough money.
But I've always liked their defense.
Yeah.
And ever since,
and I remember the Bengals were good in the 80s.
Right. And even in the early 2000s with Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
So, but I like the matchup.
Number 6.
Number 6, Miami took Jaylen Waddle.
What position? Is he a wide receiver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miami.
Very fast wide receiver. From Alabama?
Alabama. It was Smith's right-hand man. But he was quicker.
Smith won the Heisman, but he was quicker than him.
Route.
So, they took him, and that's going to help Tua. That's going to help the quarterback there.
And this means that they trust Tua as a quarterback.
They reserved that. You know what? We're not going to, because Justin Fields was still on the board.
Right.
Mack Jones was still on the board if they wanted a quarterback. So they take this kid. This kid is fast.
Yeah.
He gets open, and that looks like a good pick as well.
And I'm missing somebody else from the offensive line. I mean, from their offense I'm thinking of. But yeah, I like the pick. 7, the Lions took.
You can expand that, young man.
Penny Swell.
Okay, is he
Detroit Lions? I think offensive line.
Okay, perhaps they need an offensive line help. Got to protect the quarterback. And who's that? Number 7.
Detroit.
Yeah.
8 is J.K. Horn.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
What position?
Doesn't say. It just says that name. But okay, Los Detroit. 10 was.
Say what position he plays.
No, it just says name.
CB cornerback.
Oh yeah.
Cornerback. J.C. Horn was the best cornerback.
Okay.
And I believe his father also played
in the NFL
and was an all-star.
Yeah.
So he is training in that position.
Yeah. So he already that's in his DNA then.
Right. And I remember the Cowboys were hoping he fell down to them at 12 or 13, and he didn't.
Right.
Again, number 9
Broncos
was the Broncos who took Patrick Surtain.
Yeah.
No, I think he was the cornerback.
Yeah.
Whose father played in the NFL.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those 2.
Now, Smith fell all the way down to 10.
And Devontae Smith, that's a good fall, though.
Yeah, but I was wondering why it was so far. But then watching, because about an hour before the draft spot, I watched I Am Athlete, and it had Stephon Diggs and Landry on it. And I didn't know that they went late 2nd round and 5th round. Mm-hmm. So wide receivers don't really go high in the 1st round.
No, because you have to be an astronomical wide receiver. Like Pitts, who went number 4, because he's in a tight end position.
Right.
And
that's play like a wide receiver.
Right. But wide receivers, you can find in the second, third, fourth round if they fast, strong, and got good hands. So they usually fall.
Like Metcalf fell, I think, in the early second round.
Right. So him going to number 10, he made the top 10. That was actually pretty good.
Teamed up
with
and
Jalen Hurts is
Jalen Hurts, which is his homeboy, because they played together.
Oh, see, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
So that's another great pairing. Heisman winner. We already know what he can do.
Yes.
So I like that move. And then Chicago moved up. I don't know where they was at originally, but they moved up to number 11 to take Justin Fields.
And that was
they needed to make up for the Trubisky mistake.
That was a huge move because somebody like him can come right in.
Right, and take over.
And take that position.
Their defense is already outstanding.
Outstanding. All they need is somebody who can move the chains.
Yeah.
And if this kid can move the chains, Chicago's going to be tough. Watch out.
With that division, and Aaron Rodgers might leave the Packers.
It's the Packers, Detroit, the Bears,
and the Vikings. Only team I'm worried about is the Vikings.
Right.
And especially if Aaron Rodgers leaves.
But if Aaron Rodgers stays, you know he's going to win 12 games.
Right.
He's just a built-in 12-game winner.
Right. But
when he gets to the playoffs, that's something else.
But the future is bright for the Chicago Bears.
I love it.
You got the Cowboys took at 12 Micah Parsons.
Yes, he's a
linebacker
from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And he wanted to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
He said, I want to be a Dallas Cowboy. Well, he said, I want to live in Dallas, and he ended up going to the Cowboys, so he got it.
Well, here it is. And this kid, they said his speed and his aggression. And what's his name? Who was running for us?
Sean Lee.
Yeah, Sean Lee I love, but he stayed injured.
Yeah. But y'all also have another linebacker who I liked who took Sean Lee's spot.
Okay. So now we should be solidified at that position.
Yeah.
And, our quarterback is coming back.
You already still have the top 5 offensive lines.
And let's see what we can do.
Let me see.
Any other notables?
And then at 15, we took Mack Jones, my Patriots.
That was a super duper move. I'm going to even clap that up.
Yeah, I feel like...
You see how fast he walked to the podium?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want them to change their mind.
Yeah.
Ooh, he was flying to the podium.
I feel like this is the guy that Bill always kind of goes for.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like outside pocket,
mobile
quarterback.
Yeah, he likes a stable
in
the pocket quarterback.
And I forgot that Jones was the one that helped him win the championship, college championship against, I believe, Clemson.
And him and Saban are like this.
Right.
Belichick and Saban. So Saban probably put a good word in and said, listen.
Right.
This is your
I didn't think Mack was going to fall that far.
I didn't think he was going to fall that far.
I thought it was going to be... I thought we were going to have to trade up or we were going to have to trade for that pick.
But you know what they say? Once the first 3 or 4 quarterbacks go off the board, then the rest of those teams play well. They don't need a quarterback.
Right.
So now they're filling other needs.
Right.
So if you're not in the first 3 or sometimes the first 4, then you could slide down to 12, 13. Right.
Like, Lamar fell down all the way to 32.
Absolutely.
After the first 3 quarterbacks went ahead of him.
Absolutely. So it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
No, yeah. And I like that move. I think Cam will start. Same thing like with the San Francisco situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cam will start. He'll have a year to understand the system. That way, by the second year, it'll be a Patrick Mahomes experiment.
Yes.
By the second year,
he's ready to
go.
And if the Patriots are slipping early,
right, then we'll just pull the plug,
and he'll get in and get 4 or 5 games.
Right, and see if we can do something with that.
Yep.
I like the way he handles himself under pressure and kind of moves around the pocket. It reminds me of the Tom Brady, and he has a better arm.
I like it.
Because, Tom had to work on that and perfect it.
And that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. I mean, everyone else,
congratulations.
Congratulations, yeah.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Listen, we had a couple of no-hitters this week.
Yeah.
Orioles, John Means threw one against Seattle. And right after that, Wade Wiley threw one, you know what I'm saying? So
Cincinnati Reds, yeah.
Cincinnati Reds. So what we have going on is...
This was the quickest back-to-back no-hitters in 2... they said the quickest in MLB history.
Right.
In 2 days.
And they also said 8 is the record of how many. We've already had 5.
Right.
So it seems like...
I don't know if that's because there's no people in the crowd. Like there's no fans and it's just quiet.
What it is. I think they also did something with the baseballs. No, for real. It's a new ball, and it's probably giving the pitchers a little bit of edge. Yeah, that ball is popping now.
Side note, real quick, shout out to one of the Dodgers pitchers because Trent Jr., the famous batter for the Padres, the San Diego Padres.
Oh, the one
of the rookies. One of the, like the upper, he's really excited when he smacks home runs, and he's the celebrator kind of.
Right. Okay.
And he said, "Look, let them celebrate. They hit a home run off you, because you know the old rule where you can't celebrate."
Yeah. Don't disrespect the game.
This is the only pitcher where I just heard him say, "Let them celebrate," because he smacked the home run off you.
He won the battle.
And he's like, if you don't want them to celebrate, don't give them home runs. Like, don't give them meatballs for them to smack out the park.
Very true.
So. Clap it up to him, and I'm happy about that.
And
that means we're going in the right direction. But I want more excitement.
Well, then remember, speaking about baseballs, a couple of years ago, it was evident that MLB put some juice in the ball,
right? Because
it was popping off the bat,
right?
So now I think they took that out,
right?
And now the pitchers are back in effect. This is a weird, baseball is a weird thing. The Yankees got a chance to. Face the Astros, and we gave the Astros the business in terms of we beat them 2 out of 3, and the audience really got active.
And Giancarlo Stanley finally woke up.
Yes, he had one of the monumental series that if he could ever stay healthy, it would be a great look.
And we're starting to win again, so I'm happy about that.
Yes, we're starting to win again. Hopefully we can continue on this pace. The Mets are having a slippage. Jake DeGrom had to go on the injury reserve list. Some tightness in his back.
What about Noah?
No, I think Noah's still there. I think he's still there.
He's healthy?
I believe so. But Jake DeGrom is he's the one that ace. And also the shortstop was struggling. Lindell or whatever. Yeah. He's starting to come out of his slump. Okay. And they had an incident with something in the dugout. I believe it was a fight against, and they tried to say it was a rat or something in the dugout. They tried to cover it up. But the way they tried to cover it up was,
a little sloppy.
A little sloppy. So that's the Mets update.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
MLB Action is fantastic.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook makes history, all-time leader in triple doubles.
Past Oscar Robertson.
Been past Magic.
Yeah.
Past Jason Kidd.
LeBron's at 99.
He's at 99. Yeah. So LeBron will go down in the top 4 or 5 eventually, which is good. But I remember when Russell Westbrook started this mission, it almost seemed like it came out of nowhere because his first 7 years,
he wasn't doing that.
And then,
but also too, he had Serge and Kevin Durant, so he didn't have to.
That's true.
And I feel like the first year, it was just over for revenge tour.
Yes.
Because what happened with Kevin Durant.
Right. And now all of a sudden he's mastered the triple double. I do think it's a big deal.
Yeah, definitely.
People are saying, no, it's a big deal because if anybody could do, what's that noise I'm hearing? I'm hearing like paper rattling. I do think if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right.
So, it happens common in the game, but for his level of consistency, that's big.
Yeah, I just feel like he'd sometimes make it seem a little too easy. Or like
he's gunning for numbers.
Right, yeah. But other than that, great accomplishment. Definitely first valid Hall of Famer.
Yes. He's like a stronger Allen Iverson.
Right. Now, I do not like the fact that people were saying they would choose a Russell Westbrook career over Allen Iverson. I feel like it's highly disrespectful.
Nah, I wouldn't choose it. Allen Iverson...
I get it, but I'm just saying...
Yeah, I mean, it's apples and oranges in the day and time we play. Allen Iverson played in one of the toughest eras.
Right, and y'all forget he changed the culture
of
the sport. He's the reason why we have to dress up in suits.
But that's not on the court.
Right, yeah, that's off the court. Yeah, no,
That's off the court.
Yeah, he changed the sport off the court, most likely.
Right. And no, don't get me wrong, his crossover changed the game, his size and what he was able to do, and he took a team to the NBA Finals.
Right. And he's a better offensive scorer.
Oh, yeah. Better handle, better score. Russell is just bigger, stronger. Right. And, so that's how that goes. Sad news, Jaylen Brown is out for the year.
Yeah.
It's funny because he was out with a sprained ankle, but I guess something was wrong with his wrist.
Right.
And they took an MRI, and he had a sprained ligaments, I believe, in his wrist.
Right. So does he have to get surgery for that?
He has to get off-season surgery, and his season is over. So
he had a great season.
Oh, he had one of his best seasons. Really, really balling out. I'd like to see him come to New York.
Yeah.
I think if they can't get Zion, let's say they got to spend their money this summer because Jaylen Brown.
Is his contract up?
No, they would have to trade for him.
Oh, trade for him. Okay.
But I say that he would be a compliment to
Randall
in the sense Jaylen Brown doesn't ever overshoot.
Right.
He doesn't he's a defensive threat.
Yeah.
His offensive game has gotten better and his IQ for the game. I'd like to see him come to New York.
Definitely.
And that's a little selfish because then we might be able to get tickets.
yeah. Nah, I don't blame you. But then again, you're gonna have to spend some of that cap money on something.
Right.
So I would like to see like DeRozan.
Or DeRozan. No, DeRozan.
No. I'm talking about teaming up. Like I need somebody to team up with him.
With who?
With Randall.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about like with trade for Jaylen, but also like we gotta also spend the rest of that cap.
Oh, if you trade for Jaylen, then you kind of spend some of the cap money
on something.
Because what you would do, you would create a situation
where it's like a
sign and trade. Yeah.
And we get a little trio in New York and then match up with the Brooklyn side thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna mess up Boston. Listen, Boston's been struggling regardless before this injury
news. Yeah.
I don't know why. Mainly because of the head coach.
I think it's time for the head coach to go.
This is gonna make
this is like 8 years here. You've done nothing.
About 5 or 6. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. But you haven't won here in Boston. Not here. Right. And Boston is one of them cities.
Got them into Eastern Conferences.
Yeah.
Since then.
But you've lost.
Right. And 2019, y'all should at least go into the finals.
At minimum. So I think it's time for him to go. So now let's look at some of the pre-matchups.
Okay. So I have...
As of today,
they came out with the bracket. They already set up the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So from 3 to 6. Okay, so the Clippers will play the Portland Trailblazers.
That would be beautiful.
Who would you?
It's a close series. I might, because of home court advantage, give it to LA, but that's gonna go 7 games because Dame and McCullough and Melo and the other guy they got from Toronto. Powell, along with Nurkic.
Yeah.
And Cantor.
Right.
They're very tough inside there. And, big teams give the Clippers problems, and shooting of that magnitude.
I'm going to just basically go with the X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
And the X Factor for me is either Melo or Rondo. One of those two are going to show up more than the other.
Gotcha.
I'm banking on Rondo, so I would take the Clippers in like 6.
Okay.
Or 5.
All right.
Just because of...
What's our 2-7 matchup? 4-5.
4-5 is Denver, Dallas.
Denver.
I'm taking Dallas in 5. Denver in 5.
I'm gonna take Denver in 5. No, Luka's gonna show up.
Nah, and I don't know what is wrong with Luka right now. Cause at first I feel like
he's a bad boy.
Yeah, like is that like?
I like it.
No, I
like it.
Yeah, I would normally not have a problem with it, but at first I feel like the referees were kind of just picking on him.
I like it.
But he's kind of, but then again, he's not from here.
And he's not taking no, you keep trying to cheap shot him, treating him like a punk.
Right.
He's showing you he ain't no sucker.
Right.
So he needs to calm down. But
so you think Dallas can really win that series?
I don't think they can win the series. I think it'll go 6 games, though.
Yeah, you always just like giving teams respectful
because when you get to the playoffs, the reason you're in the playoffs is because you're a good team.
Yeah, but sometimes it's abundantly clear we're gonna just destroy.
Not at the 4-5. Not at the 4-5. 4-5, man. I could have been 4. You could have been 5.
Sure. Okay. Prime example. If they were fully healthy and they were at the number 4 seed, right? I'm talking about Denver. I'm talking about if they had Murray, would they still go 6 games?
No, that probably would go 5 games.
Exactly. Okay.
But Murray's not there.
Right. Exactly. Good point. But Porter's been stepping up. But yeah,
I'm looking at a 7-8 matchup between the Lakers and Golden State.
Oh yeah. Well,
Now that worries me only because
Curry's
it's a 1-game series,
and Curry can
go for 60 in one game.
right.
He just went for 49 in 29 minutes.
Right.
So, but the cool thing about that, you get a consolation prize.
Yeah, even if you lose, you still have a shot. Yeah.
And I don't see the Lakers losing 2 games.
Right.
When they lose 1.
And low key, the AC might be the perfect spot.
It may be.
Because Utah.
Yeah.
Tell me, Utah.
But Utah has been good all season. And Donovan Mitchell should be coming back. He had a high ankle sprain like LeBron.
Right.
So even if he misses the first round, see, that's the key.
But
you need to get him in the first round. If the Lakers get them in the first round, or Golden State gets them in the first round,
you can knock
before Mitchell gets back, you could have a shot.
Now, the only problem is with Golden State, I don't like that matchup, is because Rudy Gobert is there.
Oh, he's huge.
And we don't have a big.
He's huge.
And we don't have even like a Kevin Durant to bring him out of the paint.
That's true.
So, best bet, I would say give us a 7 seed. We'll go against Phoenix. And I like that chance because Chris Paul and Steph can do that.
Okay.
And Steph owns Chris Paul in the playoffs.
Okay, Chris Paul might be on a revenge tour.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
All right. So, 3-6 for the East is Bucks and Miami. I like this matchup.
Oh, this is a
last year.
Yes. The Bucks have to beat Miami handily.
Yeah.
They have to say,
yeah,
we made the improvements by picking up Drew Holiday
and
PJ Tucker. That's going to be enough for us to get over the hump. Because if you lose to them again, in the first round,
I think they might have a strong shot to beat Miami. I'm still going to pick Miami.
Nah, I'm picking Milwaukee in 6.
I'm picking Miami in 7.
Okay.
I like Jimmy Butler and the way that they... But their one kryptonite now, which was their one strength, is Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
I don't know, he got to fix his off-the-court issues.
Yeah.
Because it's strictly just off-the-court issues.
Right.
And Pat is only going to tolerate that for so long.
And they had a chance to trade him.
Right.
For somebody.
And they got Victor Oladipo for the cheap, and I don't know what happened to Victor.
Is he hurt again?
I don't know. He just hasn't really...
But I forget who they could have traded Tyler Hero for, and they decided not to.
Right.
And they should have pulled that trigger and got rid of him.
So, we'll see. But I got Miami, you got the Bucks. And then the Knicks in Atlanta, I'm taking the Knicks in...
I'm going to take the Knicks in 7. Atlanta's playing very good basketball. I don't care how you look at it. They got the same amount of wins as the Knicks do. One more loss than the Knicks have. Ever since Nate McMillan took that team over, now they're playing like a cohesive unit. I don't know what the other coach was doing. They were looking bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I say the Knicks win.
I say the Knicks win in 7, yeah. I'll say 7. And when they're home court, they're not losing in their building.
Yeah. So, I'm going to say the Knicks win that in 7.
Okay. And then...
the 1-8 matchup looks like what?
Oh, yeah, the 1-8 matchup. Okay.
Philadelphia against who?
So, we talked about the Lakers and right? And then, okay, so in the other west side, we have Memphis and San Antonio.
Right, that's in the 9-10 matchup.
Right.
Okay.
Who would you take in one game? I take Memphis.
I'm going to take San Antonio.
One
Antonio.
game?
Yeah, one game, San Antonio.
For that? Okay.
Yeah.
So they would play...
So they would play either you or us.
Right, they would play... Right. Depending on...
Yeah.
Okay, so East-wise, Wizards and Pacers.
That's the 7-8 matchup?
That's the... Oh, sorry. 7-8 is Boston and Charlotte. I'm taking Charlotte.
I'm going to take Charlotte now that Jaylen Brown is out.
And now that LaMelo is back for Charlotte.
And now that LaMelo is back, they look exciting. So I'm going to put them in the 7th spot. Boston then would have to play the winner of who?
Wizards and Pacers. I'm going to take the
Wizards, and I'm going to take the Wizards in that. And then I think the Wizards beat Boston. Right. So the Wizards get the 8th spot.
Right.
So
1
versus 8.
1 versus 8 would be Wizards, Philly. Philly Wizards.
I'm gonna take Philly in that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Philly in 5.
I'll take Philly in 6.
Why do you?
I think Beal, if Beal comes back off his sore ankle, he can go for 45, 50.
So we get the number 7 seed, right? We would face.
You said we. Who's that?
Sorry, talking about the Warriors. Okay, wait, hold on.
Now you're switching divisions.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. All right,
we're in the East now.
Yeah, okay. Okay. We got Philly, right, against the Wizards.
Philly against the Wizards. We're taking Philly.
And then it would be Brooklyn against Charlotte.
We're taking Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, I say sweep.
No, 5 games.
They're too young.
5 games. They win a game.
Okay.
On their home court. Because remember, Brooklyn don't play no defense.
Right.
Okay, how you dress it up. And you don't just start playing defense when the playoff comes.
Right.
You are who you are.
Okay.
So then we have.
The Lakers and the Utah Jazz, most likely.
Yeah.
Because we both agree Steph might win that first game.
I think Steph will win that game.
Right.
So Lakers against Utah or Lakers against Phoenix.
Right, but let's say Utah just for the sake of
I said the Lakers win that.
Okay. Yeah, Lakers win that in 7, 6, if LeBron just decides to handle his business.
Mm-hmm.
And then Warriors against. So wait, what happened to you? So then y'all beat San Antonio.
Of course.
Right.
We're not going to lose 2 games in a row.
Right. Okay.
You seem confused.
Because I'm really lost now. Wait. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. I just want to do the West Side over again. Okay. Who do we have against Memphis and San Antonio?
I said San Antonio.
Okay.
You said Memphis.
Okay, so y'all would have to play Memphis. Okay, got you.
Right.
So San Antonio. Right. So who the heck does San Antonio face then?
They're gonna face the Lakers. If San Antonio beats Memphis, they face the Lakers.
Oh, right.
And the winner of that,
right? Because the 9 and 10 got to fight for this 18.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. That's why I was confused.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Bet. Yeah, we had it right the first time.
Yeah.
And then Suns and Warriors. Who would you take?
I'm gonna take the Suns. I don't think y'all have enough to pull it through.
But it all depends to me on if Devin Booker shows up.
He's gonna show
If
up.
he doesn't,
Chris Paul has been
Warriors winning 6.
And I think Chris Paul needs to get some credit, some MVP votes.
No. Yeah, definitely.
Let's keep that. Let's keep it, a bean here. I do think Ayton at his size. I like this kid, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they got Jay Crowder on that team.
Right. Yeah, they stole that from Miami.
Right. I think they have enough in a 7-game series where the only true threat is Steph.
Yeah.
I think they get.
And Draymond.
I don't think Steph can win 4 games, giving you 50 points a game.
Right. Unless he gets help from Draymond.
Right. And Draymond is going to give him more defensive and playmaker help, but you're going to need more scores.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Phoenix in that one.
Just because it's my team, I'm going to take the Warriors in 6.
Okay.
And I'm banking on Devin Booker not showing up. It's too big.
I don't know why. It's not too big for him, bro.
It's his first playoff series.
Yeah, but look who he has to lean on. He's got...
and he ain't reliable. You talking about unreliable Chris Paul.
Chris Paul has been reliable the last couple of seasons. He didn't get injured last year. He took that OKC team and 1 game close to beating the Rockets. So I'm going to say the Lakers win.
And Steph has his number, so I'm betting on
Phoenix wins. Portland wins.
Right.
And Denver.
Yeah, I'm going to take Clippers, Golden State, Denver, Lakers.
Okay.
And then I'll take Philly, Knicks, Miami, Nets.
Yes.
And then,
And then next week, when it really gets solidified, we'll lay some of that stuff out.
Yeah.
For you.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Okay, let's just start this over the bomb. J. Cole drops the new album Friday.
Yeah.
Let's just get that rocking.
He got to start off with the trio. With him, Kendrick, and Drake.
Oh,
he's starting.
He's the one
up
coming
at
out the gate.
Yeah.
He's the one coming
It
out
was
the
supposed
gate.
to be Drake. Drake delayed it.
Yeah, and then we got DMX in there too. He comes out the 28th.
Yeah, no album.
The Exodus, his last album, fully done before he passed away.
Oh,
That's gonna move some things around.
Yeah.
You know, just monumentous.
Yeah.
And
his numbers.
Little Dirk and Young.
Oh, Little Dirk and Lil Baby.
They coming out
with
the
a
same
collab.
day
As
the DMX album.
I would move that. I would move that. But how did you like the interlude?
I did. I mean, it was nice. You know, it was an interlude, so I think it was
the warm up before the storm.
Right. That's why I'm looking at it as well. He's also in Rwanda playing basketball for the African League right now, so I guess he wants to go pro or something.
Yeah, I think he's just doing that for fun.
Okay. Well, Master P played for the Toronto Raptors and the Charlotte Hornets, I think. Yeah, Charlotte Bobcats.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The Joker 2 movie is in developmental stage.
Yeah.
All right.
At first I was excited because I wanted the story to continue.
Yeah.
But now, the only problem is if you decide to go in a sequel, which Warner Brothers looks like they're doing that, not the actors that was involved with the film, because Todd Phillips already said it's good as a sequel, like as a one-off.
One and done. Yeah.
And it kind of ruins the purpose of the one-off.
Yeah.
The way authors thought.
It's all dependent on how the storyline goes.
Right, and because they make so much money, they don't want to waste that.
This is business.
Right. So
gotta throw it back out there.
I don't know how they're gonna play this, but
I'm not leaving $500 million on the table.
Right.
$1
billion.
Or $1 billion on the table.
Yeah. So.
The Recording Academy votes to end Grammy nomination review committee. That's interesting.
Yeah, because of what happened with The Weeknd. After that situation.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, no Grammy.
And it was clearly politics. No nominations for The Weeknd, who had one of the most phenomenal albums out.
Yeah, and
it loses its value.
Right.
When you tell me his album is not worthy of even being nominated, forget not win.
Right, just nominated.
Yeah, then you know it's
and remember, 2 weeks before that announcement came out that they were gonna that he had got 0 nominations, that was only because they had given him an ultimatum and he chose the Super Bowl.
And he chose the Super Bowl.
Which is a smart move because you get more trending value when you perform at the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. It's a career move.
Like the year before that, Shakira and J-Lo's numbers went up after that.
Tremendously. Everybody who performs at the Super Bowl, numbers go up.
Right. So they're going to work on that because that's been a problem for years.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of other albums.
No, plenty. And NBC votes to get rid of the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Because of lack of diversity.
Right.
No black people are nominated. The whole committee, the way it's done.
Right.
So the world around us is changing, and people are now being held accountable.
Yeah.
They did say they will bring it back in 2023 if they make the necessary changes.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I like that, and I can respect that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when can we be reached, man?
We can be reached on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Disabled Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and have the viewership go up, guys.
Yes.
I know.
And with that being said,
keep working hard. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
And Fredy, we see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands